But the number one thing, man, the number one thing I found that makes a business scalable is your suppliers and finding the suppliers that are less competitive than other ones. That's kind of one of the main things, because when you have suppliers that are really competitive, it can make it hard to get sales. You're gonna have to work so much harder. You know, you gotta provide free gifts and all sorts of add-ons, and just, your offers got to be amazing, and you got to build out that, like, hey, we're a small business, do business with us because we're going to give you more, better customer service than you would from a bigger business, kind of a thing. You got to build out stuff that's like, we're supporting, charity with a portion of our profits, and do all the stuff that small businesses do. There's a lot of ways that you can win, but there's also a lot of ways you can lose. And other, especially the big box stores, they have huge marketing budgets and they have investors, so they can sell stuff at a loss sometimes and still be okay with it. Whereas if you're bootstrapping your business, maybe it doesn't make sense to do that for you, So you got to consider that there's going to be things that you need to dive into. Okay, so that's why I usually recommend starting with like a single product category site. That way you don't get too distracted at first. And then find those suppliers that aren't so competitive. And the funny thing is, usually we would go after the best selling suppliers, but those actually aren't always the best ones to work with. The best suppliers to work with sometimes are those ones in the middle. They're not like the best sellers, but they're not also the ones that don't sell at all. They're like the ones that sell sometimes. But generally speaking, they have easier to manage catalogs, less products in general. They offer better margins, generally. That's not always how it is, but generally. Because they're trying to get more established, so they give the dealer better margins to do some of the marketing and advertising work for them. Kind of makes sense.